I'm still trying to wrap my head around that movie. So I saw A Cure for Wellness today, and this movie this movie makes you think. It's a thinking person's movie. It's one of those movies that you gotta peel back the layers to really understand it. It's not for everyone. This movie is not for the average moviegoer. It's more geared towards a person that kind of wants to understand a very complex and layered story. It stars Dane DeHaan. Now, you probably don't know that name, but you know his face. He played the Green Goblin in Amazing Spider-Man 2. He was in Chronicle. He does a really good job in this. He plays an accounting employee for this firm, and they send him to this wellness center in Switzerland to bring someone back. But there's more to this center than meets the eye, and that's where the movie kind of goes. That's all I'm really going to tell when it comes to the details. Because you look at this movie, and I mean, if you've seen the trailer, you know that it kind of hints that there's something more to this than what's believed. And this place does hide a dark secret that you really kind of have to really pay attention to really understand. You gotta pay attention. You can't wander off. You can't be looking at your phone. Can't be talking to someone. You gotta pay attention to really catch everything that happens. This movie really reminds me of the movie Shutter Island with Leonardo DiCaprio. That twists and turns, not knowing what's going on, and whether or not some of the main characters are losing their minds or whatever. Because that's a big part of this movie, is that you question, is Dane DeHaan's character losing his mind? Is he really crazy, or is what he's seeing actually happening? Because there are times where he'll say, "Oh, this is happening," and then you look back and you're like, "What are you talking about? That didn't happen. Nothing's there." So you question yourself, is he really seeing this, or is this just not happening? And that is something that I really like about this movie. It makes you question, it kind of makes you think and question whether what is seeing on film is actually happening, or if it's all in his head. You don't really know. You can't really figure it out. And a movie goes into kind of the history, has a lot of parts in this that you want to find answers to, and they don't really explain it right away. Which means you have to watch the movie to kind of get your answers that you're looking for. Now, one of the biggest flaws of this movie is that it is long. It is over 2.5 hours long. That's going to deter a lot of people from seeing this movie. A lot of people aren't going to want to sit there for 2.5 hours for a thinking man's movie, from what I know, because a lot of people aren't super. Oh my god, this movie is something that I really need to go see. Because this movie didn't have a whole lot of hype, and critics just tore this movie apart. It had a 33% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I really don't understand. Because I actually really did like this movie. I thought it was well acted, well shot, and I mean well shot. It is a beautiful looking movie. It reminded me of, kind of, when it comes to lighting, kind of reminded me of Source Code, The Social Network. It reminded me of that kind of cinematography, but every shot is really framed very well, and some of the shots that they get, there's a shot towards the beginning of the movie that's on the side of a train that is just gorgeous to look at, and you have the Switzerland countryside. At least I think it's the countryside. It's probably just CG'd on there, but it looks great. It looks very beautiful. Like I said, Dane DeHaan's great. Jason Isaacs is in this movie, a.k.a. Lucius Malfoy. He does a great job playing one of the doctors from this wellness center that you see throughout the movie. And, he plays kind of a very shifty kind of character. And you think that he may be hiding something. You don't know. You might not know. And it was very well put together, very well shot. It was beautiful. Like I said, the only problem is that it's pretty damn long. But there are some scenes in this movie that are straight up cringy, and not are cringy in a bad way, cringy in a good way. The signs you're just it was, some of the scenes were just brutal to watch. I can't explain this movie without giving too much away, because it's a movie that I think if you want a good movie that you have to think about, this is a good movie that you should go and see. It really makes you think. It really makes you question what's going on in the movie. It's hard to predict. The ending was rocky. The ending was pretty damn rocky. Like, not like the end, like at the very end, but like the final part of the third act, it's pretty damn rocky. I give this movie an 8 out of 10. I thought it was great. I thought it was very entertaining. If you're in the mood for a very long movie that really makes you think and makes you question what's going on, give this a shot. I think you might be surprised. Alright, thank you everyone for watching my video. If you want to see my last review, it's right over here. And if you want to subscribe, right down below, it's right down here. I apologize for the infrequent announcements of when I'm going to be uploading. It's really hard to kind of narrow it down with this channel being in its infancy. But there's going to be a channel every Friday. Occasionally there'll be a video on Monday, and there might be one on Wednesday. It depends on what comes out. There might be one, there might be three. It's going to be 1 to 3 every week. All right? I'll see you guys later. Peace!